Hi everyone, so this is RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7, Episode 5, and this is my review, so let's get right into this shit. This week, they are talking about the elimination of Trixie Mattel last week, which was complete bullshit, we all know it. And everyone's like, does Pearl deserve to be there? And I'm like, yes. Pearl deserves to be there, and there's a question in the workroom in the beginning of this episode. Then there's the preview, not the preview, the credits, and then we go into the workroom, and this week's mini challenge is decided in the lineup. So whoever's standing next to each other in twos gets to work together, and they have to recreate a red carpet look from a celebrity that was super famous, and they have to do it all out of paper. And it's incorporating a fan's idea who does this on Instagram, and they show their Instagram, which I think is very nice to incorporate the fans of RuPaul's Drag Race. And so the teams are Max and Pearl, and they do share, which I think is my favorite one. It looks the best, it looks the realest, it looks the most to the T of the actual outfit, and I think that's the perfect one. Next one's Violet and Fame. They do J-Lo. It is super funny. It is super funny. It does not look good at all. They do it on Violet, and you know Violet. Ugh. And then they do Ginger and Candy have Little Kim. They basically just tape her up with purple, and it's a mess, and RuPaul honks her TT, and it's just like, pfft. And then they got Jaden and Kennedy do Gaga, and I think this is my least favorite one. It is bad. I just think it's because Kennedy looks bad. Maybe it's because she looks like a dinosaur. And then the last one's Katya and Kasha, and they have Bjork, which is the swan dress. And I think it's a mess, but because Kasha dressed up as Joan Rivers, they win the challenge. And this week, they are doing the Despy Awards. And this is going to work by, there's categories for each team. They're working the same teams. And Katya and Kasha get to be the announcers, so they get to open the show. And the teams are Max and Pearl are most busted queens, so they present the award and they have to tell who wins. Basically, that's how it works. Violet and Fame are Media's Tuck. Ginger and Candy are Shadiest Queen, and Jaden and Kennedy are Sexy Drag Queen. There's a hair on my face and I see it. I don't know where it is. I feel it. I see it. That's strange. Okay, back to this. So yeah, so they're in teams of two, and then there's RuPaul in the workroom who comes in and tries to help them see, like, you know, what's going on and what's their plan. And then they go and see Kathy Griffin, who's back for this episode, and they get some comedy advice from her. So let's start down the line. Max and Pearl. Okay, so RuPaul tells Pearl she doesn't have a personality, basically, in the workroom, and Pearl goes, well, you just pretty much told me I have no personality, so, and this is the most intense stare down in my entire life, because I'm like, oh my god, my poor baby Pearl, and then I'm like, RuPaul, what the fuck are you doing? And then the lingo here is literally fucking weird. He goes, well, the reason I'm twisting your tits, twisting your tits, keep that in mind. Pearl reads RuPaul back, which is, like, I think it was worth it. Like, I think she should, like, that was right. Like, there's no reason it's uncalled for, because why would you, you know, why would you say that to her? You have no personality, so what are you gonna do this week? Like, that's just not fucking, like, that's not helpful, it's just fucking rude. And I would agree with that, but it wasn't, like, completely necessary. Max is uncomfy, and then RuPaul is just staring at Pearl, and Pearl goes, is there something on my face? I just fucking pissed. I was like, oh my god, I love it. So my baby Pearl, Max is encouraging though. She's like, it's okay, we're gonna do this, and Pearl leaves the workroom, and everyone's like, and I'm going to stop there and talk about the next queen. Violet and Fame. So they have a lot of trouble with comedy because they're not very funny. Neither of them do comedy ever, and you know, they've never done it, not a good chemistry, and then that's what RuPaul has to work with there. Katya and Kasha, they tell RuPaul they're modeling after Tina Fey and Amy Poehler at the, what show was that? I don't know, Tina Poehler and Amy Fey. Tina Poehler and Amy Fey. Yep, that's it. Great. So they're doing well. I think they do a good job. They work together well. Goes great. Ginger and Candy, their tactic is literally just to throw shade. That's it. And then Jaden and Kennedy have a problem getting fair with it. Jaden is just writing some things she thinks are funny, and Kennedy's like, no, I am a bitch. So yeah, that's their chemistry. So like back to Max and Pearl. Kathy Griffin Okay, so Pearl comes back. I don't know why I'm showing off my ear. Sorry, everyone. Pearl comes back, and Max is just like, I am here to help you, and we're gonna do this and do it right. So I think Max had a lot to do with the writing here, and writing it to help Pearl. And I think Max is a really nice person, and I really like her a lot. And it just made me happy that she you can tell she helped Pearl, because Pearl wasn't even there to write it all. So she wrote some stuff in there, was like, gonna help the bae. I think it was sweet. What else do I have written down? Kathy Griffin says not to direct shade at an audience. So what they have written: Pearl thanks Max, and it's sweet, and Pearl opens up about her feels in the workroom after all this happens. So Violet and Fame. Kathy Griffin says it's too blue, and it's just a lot of cussing. It's not really funny. They're just gonna be mean girls. So that's that little consensus there. Katya and Kasha, Kathy Griffin cuts like a bunch of shit out of there. It's like slizzering it up. Make sure. I think she was very harsh on them, and for a good reason, because they're the openers. They are the hosts of this, so it makes sense. And make sure it's not so dated was another thing they were told. Oh no, that's Ginger and Candy. So they were told by Kathy Griffin to write something new and not so dated. So a lot of the jokes were like already like made before. They're just kind of reiterating old jokes to make them funny and relevant again. And so Kathy Griffin's like, LOL, fix yourself. So they do. And then I have Jaden and Kennedy. Kathy Griffin says to stop saying girl. That's literally all they show about them. So this concludes like this whole workroom part of the episode. And we move on. We're getting into the workroom the next day when Elimination Day. And Miss Fame goes on her chicken rant, and we find out why she loves chicken so much, and she can cluck like a chicken, and it scares the shit out of me. I think it's fucking funny and cute, and I love Miss Fame. I think her personality is funny, and I think she's like a beautiful woman and a beautiful boy. So that concludes that. Oh, you can see a change in Violet as I wrote that. It wasn't like said. Okay, so now we're to the Despy Awards at this point, and I fucking love Rupaul's outfit, and I love his little comment about death dropping. I thought it was so funny. And Michelle looks beautiful. I love her hair straight, and God, I think she's so pretty. Anyway, Despy Awards. Actually voted, which was cute. Okay, so Kasha flubs up fast. She fucks up a word. Katya is funny and outshines Kasha, obviously, but I think it was written to cater to who wrote it. And Katya wrote it. There's more Pearl jabs, and I'm like, why? And then Violet joke. It's funny. And Violet laughs so loud, and everyone's just like... Anyway, next. Kennedy looks awful, and is so mean to Jaden. And then Candy Ho jokes. Who knew? Beat it ho. Fame, Max... Oh, so they're nominated as Candy Ho, Fame, Max. Miss Fame wins. And she's funny in her acceptance. I don't know. I think she's funny. Pearl seems so much more lively in this, and you see Pearl wake up, and this is when I knew all of my love was saved up for something good, because here she kills it. She fucking kills it. And her and Max work so well together. I think they're a great team, and I hope they work together again on the next challenge, if it's a team challenge. But I already saw the preview, so who knows? It's not them together. But if they have to work in pairs again, and Max and Pearl will still be around, I'm sure they'll work together, because they work well. Jaden joke, Mrs. Potato Head. There's a bunch of Ginger jokes. Super funny. Katya, the Brooke Hogan of drag. Kasha, last but certainly not youngest, are the nominees. And Jaden wins this award, which was, oh my god, what was it? I think it was like Most Busted Queen. I don't think Jaden is Most Busted. I would say Kennedy, but who knows? So Ginger and Candy are kind of flat. Ginger's working off community service is her joke, and it's just kind of played to Ginger, and what the fuck is Candy Ho doing here? And the beard joke about Candy Ho. I mean, she's standing right there. Oh my god, wait, look at my new case, you guys. It's got glitter in it. Sorry. Got distracted. Where did it go? Okay, so Candy's joke, flat lines, bad. Ginger, Kennedy is the black horse. Oh, so nominated is Ginger. Kennedy is the black horse, and Violet, and she wins for, Shady's queen. And I like her speech. You don't like me. You really don't like me. And thanks God too. Like, it was funny. Like, I don't know. Violet's a bitch, but it's funny. Okay. Fame and Violet make dick jokes the whole time. Katya, Jaden, and Pearl jokes, but about her Willie. Katya wins, and her fucking Bob Ross joke killed me. I love Bob Ross. Love Katya. Perfect. Max and Pearl win the entire challenge. They win custom jewels from Fierce Drag Jewels. Kennedy and Jaden are safe. Why? Violet and Fame look beautiful on the runway. I think their looks are the best. I think that's what helped them, you know, be safe. Candy's outfit fucking sucks. It's really bad. It just doesn't look right. I don't know why she's still there, and it explains why she ends up in the bottom two. There's more head jokes, by the way, about dicks, and Fame doesn't get it, and I think it's the most beautiful thing ever, because she's so, like, just went, whew. It was so funny. How's your head? I just can't turn off my thinker. Funny. Oh, hey. There's Violet Shade. Duh. Okay. So this episode ends with a lip sync for their lives between Kasha Davis, who I don't think deserved to be in the bottom two. Maybe she did, but she did not deserve to go home. And Candy Ho, who doesn't even want to be there. And now we're just going to get into Untucked, because I'm going to talk more about Kasha in this little section. So Pearl and Max excitement when they win the challenge and they run off the runway makes my little heart flutter. They're beautiful together. They're a great pair, and they killed it. Yeah, Pearl spills a drink. Oh, she spills Jaden's drink, and it's fucking funny. And Jaden's just like, okay, and just dismisses it. And it didn't get on her dress. I don't know. I thought that was just like fate. The world was for Pearl today, and it just worked the best. And I don't know. And then they talk about Rupaul'S technique to twist Pearl's tits, as we learned earlier. And it worked, and everyone says she delivered it, and everyone's proud of her, and Max is opening up more in this, and you can totally see Max becoming more, you know, open. And in the first or second Untucked, I think Max said fucking nothing, and I was like, I want to hear more from Max, and here we are, we're hearing more from Max and seeing she's as perfect as we all knew all along. Candy doesn't even want to be there when they come back in the workroom, and Kasha's pissed, and I thought she was, okay, so in the end of the episode, Kasha's like, there's people that don't even want to be here, and they don't even try. I thought she was talking about Pearl, and I was, like, super, like, kind of ticked off here. I was like, Pearl wants to be there. She said multiple times that she wants to be there. What the fuck are you on about? But in this, we find out she was totally talking about Candy motherfucking Ho here. And Candy motherfucking Ho doesn't even care. She goes, I just really don't want to hear more critiques. That's what the show's about. Newsflash. You go on the show to learn. To get critiques. You don't just sit there and look pretty and hear nothing. Whatever, though. Not like it's a competition. Stupid. Okay, so Kasha's pissed, yeah. And then they talk about, like, missing home and counting down the days that they've been there, and, like, how they just don't even know, like, if it's even daylight, which I think is, like, I think that's how I would be if I was there. I would just not even know. I wouldn't even want to know. I just want to be in the moment and do as much as I can and get as far as I can in this race and win. That's what my goal is, my tactic. Be the nicest, be the cutest, be the best. Goals in life. Yeah. So then everyone else comes back in the workroom, and Violet's a bitch and has no friends is the basis of this conversation. They're like, you know, why are you so rude? But she's kind of getting more vulnerable, and then she says her only friend is with Fame because of this challenge. But, you know, Pearl's been nice to her. Everyone else has been nice to her. She's just kind of a bitch back. So we kind of learn again, Violet's just going to be a bitch, and we're just going to have to deal with it. And she's a child of the internet, as RuPaul says, and I feel like I would be that way too. I don't know how to socially interact. Well, I do know how to socially interact, but sometimes the things I say come off very bitchy, and they don't mean to be. And I think that's a lot of the internet talking, you know what I'm saying? Because you're by yourself, and you can say what you want, and be bitchy, and it's, like, cute and funny, but in the real life, you can't be a bitch. Doesn't work. Doesn't fly. Oh, and then we have a little message from Ginger's husband. Husband is a hospital. Ginger's husband, which is super cute, and I had no idea he would look like that. And then Pearl's like, he's cute, and I'm like, what? But it was touching, and she started crying, and you kind of see, you know, we haven't seen a vulnerable side to Ginger Minge at all, and now I see it, and it was sweet, and everyone's just like, loving it up and feeling for Miss Ginger Midge. I just realized my lipstick drawer is open. I'm gonna topple lipstick all over me. And then Fame like breaks down over it and starts crying. She's like, I'm so happy. She looks just like Kim Kardashian crying. Look it up. There's a picture on Tumblr. I've reblogged at my pro blog, pearlyisonsbay.tumblr.com. You can see that. Just a slight plug. I mean, available on iTunes. So here they go back to the main stage, and Kasha goes home, and this is when we find out more about how she kind of says something nice about Pearl. She goes, you know, she doesn't have to even seem like she's trying, but she is, and she's doing well, so she should use that to her advantage. And I think that's what she is doing. I think she's a lot like Adore in that aspect, where they don't seem like they want to be here or they're trying very hard, but they are, and they really do want to win, because who does not go into that wanting to win? Anyway, I think this episode was fucked up again, because Kasha should not have gone home. It should have been Candy Ho, because it's evident she doesn't want to be there. I hope next episode in the, oh, can we talk about how episode 5 is, pretty much always Snatch Game, and this season it's not, and it's not episode 6 either. It's probably going to be episode 7, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So, I think this concludes my review this week. This episode was kind of fucked, and I'm just hoping it gets less fucked and the season gets better, because the eliminations this season have been, what the hell? Who knows what's going on? But let's hope my Pearl Girl, my Violet, and my Miss Fame get the top 3, and we'll see them succeed. So that concludes this video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching these. I love making these. I love talking about my favorite show. And if there's anything else you would like to see, leave me a comment down below and tell me your opinions on this episode of Drag Race. And also, in the makeup box down below, there's my links to my blogs, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Ask a Femme if you want to ask me questions. There's all that down below, and up there you can subscribe to my channel, because I put videos up every Wednesday and every Friday. This makeup tutorial on this Pearl look that I saw on Instagram will be up on Friday. And I think that concludes this video. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and I hope you love this. I'll see you then.